Yo, what it do? What it do? What's up, y'all? Middleman TV, we back, man. I think I've been gone for what, 3 months? We back, man. We gonna give it to y'all. We gonna talk about the Jake Paul versus Chavez fight. We gonna talk about all the we gonna talk about all the fights before that. You know what I'm saying? All the fights that led up to the main event, and just some of the shit that I've missed in the 3 months that I've been gone. We gonna break it. You know what I'm saying? I know I probably lost all my audience. I probably thought I was gone. Probably thought I went to jail. Who knows? But truth is, the only reason I've been gone so long is because your boy is a full-time boxing agent now, man. I'm constantly on phone calls. I'm constantly trying to get fights done. And when you're in the business of boxing, making money in boxing, the YouTube aspect of boxing is only entertainment. So I come on here for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? This is not a make or break for me like it is for some other people. Some people rely on their content creations to strive. Me, I do this because I love boxing and I want to talk about boxing. Now, I was gone for a little bit. Hold on, give me 1 second. We gonna chop up the day. So we gonna chop up the day. All right, man. So we gonna break down what I saw, man. We're gonna break down what I saw today in boxing, and let's get right to it, man. We're gonna talk about the three press conferences with Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo's. I haven't really talked about none of that since I've been gone. Didn't talk about the Keyshawn Davis stuff. We'll talk about that briefly. There's a lot of stuff I didn't talk about while I was gone, but we're gonna unfold today and get right to it. First, I want to talk about the opening fight of the pay-per-view, which was Floyd Schofield and Tevin Farmer. Now, going into this fight, I'm pretty sure everyone expected. I had Tevin Farmer winning this fight. Now, obviously, it was fool's gold. Obviously, I was fooled. I was obviously public deceived. Floyd Schofield had a fight with Shakur a few months back. He makes an excuse a week before the fight. He pulls out. They find a replacement opponent. Shakur gets a stoppage victory against the replacement. And it just makes people think that Floyd Schofield's a duck. No one really is taking him seriously at this point. People were saying he had mental health issues. He got food poisoning. People were saying this dude's a joke. He's an excuse maker. You know what I'm saying? All that. Then he gets assigned to fight against Tevin Farmer, a guy who's coming off 2 split decision losses, controversial losses. I thought he won the first time for sure against William Zepeda. So, right, he's fighting a slick, tough, good chin Tevin Farmer. Now, coming off the duck against Shakur, it's a duck. I don't care what nobody says. Considering everything that happened transpiring to that point in that fight, I'm like, man, Tevin coming off a good fight. Tevin gonna win this fight. You feel me? That's what I'm thinking. Tevin gonna win this fight. He gonna use his experience. Floyd gonna get exposed. Floyd hasn't really fought too many championship level fighters, and he's gonna get exposed. Well, there was no exposing to be done. Literally in round 1, Floyd brought the pressure, showed his athletic ability, and hurt Tevin Farmer in the first 30 seconds. And they say when you hurt a fighter real bad, sometimes they don't recover. And Tevin Farmer, even being the veteran that he was not able to recover. And Floyd Schofield was able to get the stoppage victory. Now, William Zepeda, we know, is considered a puncher in the game. got a high knockout ratio. For Williams Zepeda to fight this dude twice and come nowhere near knocking him out, and for Schofield to do it in one round, it was a statement victory, to say the least, for Floyd Schofield. I got nothing bad to say, man. It was an impressive performance, and I'm telling y'all right now, the options are gonna come flying in, and his dad is going. Now they're gonna hear that annoying ass voice talk more shit. It's gonna happen. So let's just be prepared for it. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Also, um, the second fight of the evening, we had Julian Rodriguez versus my boy Avius Griffin. Now, this was one of the most intriguing fights of the night. A lot of people don't know who those two fighters are, but Avius Griffin, was well on making his way to fighting for a title. Been hanging out with Bud, been hanging out with Keyshawn, been hanging out with the whole crew. And my boy Avius, it was a back and forth fight with Rodriguez. I'm not gonna lie, it was a back and forth fight the whole way. Rodriguez was landing big shots. Avius was landing big shots. You could tell throughout the fight that Rodriguez's experience was going to play a big factor, man. I could tell that you knew Rodriguez had been in there with the much tougher opponents. And you know what I'm saying? And that Avius, even though he was, 17-0, 16 knockouts, or 18-0, 17 knockouts, hadn't really been in there with no elite guys. He was a step-up opponent for sure. And I thought he was doing well. I thought he was fighting back and forth with him. And I had him down going into the 8th, and he got a knockdown. Might have put him ahead. But then Rodriguez followed it up with two amazing rounds. Round 9 and round 10, he hurts Avius Griffin. But probably one of the most clutch knockouts I've seen in recent memory. He hits him with a left hook, hurts Avius, completely rocks him, knocks him out. He falls against the ropes with 5 seconds left. He doesn't beat the count, and he knocks him out with literally 5 seconds left. And two judges had Avius tied with Rodriguez going into the 10th. So all he had to do was win that round, finish the round. Who knows? He gets a draw or gets a win, and instead he gets stopped in the last round. Zurdo Ramirez looked very basic to me. He was fighting this dude named Dortanicos. Now, if you know anything about Dortanicos, he's a tough, typical Cuban-style fighter. Actually comes in more than regular Cubans. He actually comes to fight, stand toe-to-toe. And I was impressed with Dortanicos, but I already know, if you know Dortanicos, he's a world-level fighter. He's been there before. True veteran, 39-year-old veteran from Cuba. Cuba always produces good fighters. And Zurdo struggled. Although Zurdo was landing the cleaner shots in the second half of the fight and the heavier punches throughout, I thought Dortanicos landed enough shots to win rounds, keep himself alive underdog. I bet the distance, won on the distance, and just stuff like that, man, And in the main event, once again, it was another Jake Paul repeat. Jake Paul being the third biggest boxer in boxing right now, only behind Gervonta and Canelo, just makes me sick to my stomach, man. Because when I watch his fights, I'm just like, this is a disgrace. It was basically the first 3 rounds were fill-out rounds. I mean, essentially, Chavez did nothing. Chavez was there for a paycheck. It wasn't until round 8. It's like Chavez conserved all his energy for the final 3 rounds trying to knock Jake out, and it wasn't going to happen that way. But he did win I did give Chavez 2 rounds. I gave Jake 8. It was just a lopsided fight, to say the least, man. It wasn't an exciting fight, and hopefully next fight, I would rather, now obviously from a business perspective, he's not going to do this, but I would rather Jake Paul fight like a solid club fighter. Give a club fighter who's been doing this forever, who deserves a shot for a big money fight, who you know what I'm saying? Give a club fighter a chance, and it'll be a 50-50 fight, an exciting fight. He won't do that, though. He's going to keep fighting legends with names who are shot, and he's going to keep winning. So that's what we're going to keep getting with Jake Paul. So moving on from the Jake Paul, that was really the summary of the show. It was a decent show. Overall, I thought the main event was crap. But overall, the show was decent. Now, let's talk about, obviously, the chatter most of the week has been about Terrence Bud Crawford and the Canelo press conferences. And, I've been sticking to my gun, man. I'm not switching my gun for nobody. Everyone's like, man, bro, you're not nervous? Canelo's looking real big and real confident in the press conferences. No, I'm not. I'm not nervous. No, I'm not nervous. The reason I'm not nervous is because when you got guys like Terrence Bud Crawford, who you've bet on numerous times and they've never let you down, then you're gonna take that risk and you're gonna bet him again. Now, granted, I get it. He's moving up 2 weight classes, right? But Canelo don't look that big to me. Now, maybe Canelo's gonna hit him with a body shot, and it's gonna make Crawford react, and it's gonna make Crawford, on the defensive mode the whole fight. Maybe. I just think Bud has too much pride for that, too much skill, too much will for that. That I think people are envisioning the Charlo fight because Charlo was small, and they saw how Charlo like backed down from Canelo and pretty much was just surviving the whole fight. There's no way you can think that Bud Crawford's going to come with that same strategy. There's no way. That being said, man, Bud has convinced me in these press conferences, man. Not once has he even thought of the fact, other than that one interview where he said he had a 70% chance of winning. I haven't seen any signs of Bud saying that he's going to lose, or, you know what I'm saying? Now, Canelo's talking that, yeah. He does that every press conference. Yeah. Who you trying to fool? Your Mexican crowd? Because you're not fooling me with that, yeah. Bro, you failed against Beeble. You failed against Floyd. You struggled against Trout. They robbed Lara. They robbed GGG. Come on, man. Canelo's failed the people plenty of times. So y'all willing to tell me when you got 2 fighters fighting, 2 of the greatest, right? But one of the greatest has failed numerous times. The other great is perfect. I'm going to go with the perfect great until proven otherwise. That's what I'm going to go with. Y'all go with what y'all want to go with, but that's what I'm going with. And if I'm right, I'm just going to say, I'm not even going to, I hear people saying if Bud win, he's the greatest ever. I'm not even going that far because I expect Bud to win because I think people are overshooting how good Canelo is. But that's just my opinion on it though, man. We gonna chop it up. I'm gonna get up out of here because I got an early day tomorrow, and I'm gonna be back tomorrow. All right, y'all.